Hi guys, my name's Lee and I'm part of the Final Form Freaks. I've been in a few previous videos, or at least my hands have been in them anyway, but I thought I'd introduce myself properly. So today I'm going to be doing a deck profile for you today, my baby Vegeta deck, that you will have seen face off against Baker's Bulma deck, if you've watched a few of the previous videos, and it performed quite well, so I thought I'd profile it for you guys. So let's get into it. Okay guys, so as I said, we're going to be profiling my baby Vegeta deck today. He's the starter deck leader, so I'll just give you a quick idea of what he does. So once per turn I can choose a card from my life to restand him, which is dual attack basically, and a bit of self-awakening, which is great. I have to get him down to 2 life before I can awaken, which is a bit scary, but then I can draw 2 and reactivate 2 energy, which is great. When he's awakened, he gains dual attack, just straight up dual attack, which is good. And once per turn when he attacks, I can draw a card, which is pretty standard. So let's get into the deck. I run 4 of the We the Spectator. He's in there basically because he ignores the energy exhaust if there's already a multicolored card in your energy. So he can come in for active mode. Which is awesome, and obviously he's red or yellow, which is great. They're very useful in this deck, so I've got 4 of him. To follow on from that, I have 4 of the 1-drop Dr. Mu the Mastermind. So this guy can be played for free if I have a multicolored energy in my energy area. So a standard turn 1 would be to charge the Whis, which has to go into rest mode because there's not another energy multicolored to stop that, but then I can still play this 1-drop, which is great. So this guy lets me retrieve this other guy from my deck, so then I'll grab this guy, and this is Baby Evil Origins. Worth mentioning, you can only have 1 of the Dr. Mu and 1 of the Baby Evil Origins on your field at any one time. And I think, yep, you can only play them once per turn also, so you can't keep doing this. It would be a bit overpowered, I think, anyway. But this guy lets me simply draw 3 cards and put 2 into my drop area. So if you're fishing for something and you want to find it, that's very helpful. So this is a great card, Super Baby 1 All-Consuming Terror. So this guy can come out for 1 yellow energy using a rival, red-yellow. What I would usually do is play these 2 cards, use them to combo, which would then allow me to play this card for 1 yellow energy. Now this guy does have Union Absorb, that involves brainwash cards and things like that, which I don't use. I basically just use this guy as a starter of my baby chain. So I need to get this guy out for things to work quickly. So from, he also has Barrier, which is really good. So from this guy, we move on to Super Baby 1, Parasitic Menace. The great thing about this card is that he can evolve, EX evolve straight onto a 4-drop baby for free. When that happens, I can then minus 5k from one of my opponent's battle cards, and I get to draw a card, which is brilliant. His activate main, for 1 red energy, I can play a 6-drop baby on top of it. That would be this card, which most of you will have seen before in previous baby decks. I run 3 of him, the Big Ape. It's possible to get this guy out on turn 2, which is incredible. He's got triple strike, and once per turn, that's once per turn, not just on my turn, if I attack or if my opponent plays a battle card, I get to minus 20,000 from it and draw a card. The reason this is so powerful is because my opponent on their turn has to sacrifice a battle card unless they can play something 20,000 or more, which on turn 2 is, you know, it can be unlikely. But even so, their battle card would be minus 20,000 anyway. And then I get to draw, which is great. So there's 3 of those. I run 4 of Great Ape Baby, the Ultimate Evil Lifeform. So this card is sort of the card I want to be going for. It's great. So for 1 red and 1 yellow, I can evolve this onto a baby card with a energy cost of 5 or more. It has double strike. It has offering, which, if you don't know, it basically gives your opponent the choice of taking a critical life or allowing you to draw 2. So it's a win-win for you, really, either way. But the thing that makes this card so amazing is his activate main, which is choose 1 card in your life, add it to your hand, choose 1 of your opponent's leader cards, and it gets minus 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. There's no limit on how many times you can do this in a turn. So you could go from 8 life straight down to 2 and minus 5,000 from your opponent's leader each time. It's really, really good, especially if you have other things lined up to keep attacking. I run 2 of these, the Super Baby War and the Conqueror. This guy basically, if my opponent takes 2 life in 1 turn at any time, I can just play this guy from my hand for free. I just use it as a 15k beta, really. It's a good free play card to have in there. Now, things really kick off with this deck when the leader awakens. That being because I run 3, the SS4 Son Goku or Heartfelt Plea. I have the SPR in there as well, which is really, really pretty. Look at that. It's very nice. So this guy, what happens is I choose 1 of my red battle cards with 25,000 power or more and place it in my drop area. And then I can play this guy out for free when my leader awakens. So what I would do is I have many choices. I mean, there's this guy, and this guy. So if I have any of these 3 babies out, before I awaken, I'll attack with 1 of them. I'll sacrifice that then into my drop area, which allows me to play this guy for free when I awaken. Now this guy also has offering, which is brill. Triple strike, which is also great. Now I'll just move that down there a little bit. What really makes this card awesome is Pan the Great Ape Whisperer. So I run 3 of those as well. I think 3 is a good number for both of these cards, in my opinion. So Pan the Great Ape Whisperer can also be played for free if you're on 2 life when you awaken. She's a 15k blocker. You can only have 1 in your battle area at any one time. But what makes this such a great pairing is, so I'll have these guys out. Once I've awakened, I'll swing with this guy. And then I will use Pan's activate main, which is choose up to 1 of your yellow battle cards, switch it to active mode, and then negate the skill for the duration of the turn. So I will swing with the 30k triple strike, and then activate the main to restand and attack again, which is awesome, especially if you still have the 2 dual attack with your leader. So that's where the main power is, I guess, is in these 2 cards. I also run 2 Dark Temptation Tower, which is an Overwhelm 3 to play card. When I play her, she pluses 5,000 to my leader, and my opponent has to place a card into their drop area. It's always good to get one of these out, just because you have dual attack, and it's great to attack with 2 buffed attacks, basically. So I have 2 of those. I run 1 Scientist Foo, purely personal choice. I really love the card. It's one of those cards that's kind of saved me quite a few times. Just for 1 energy, you get the double strike and you get to draw 2, which is great. I mean, a lot of the time, you can play this card and it gets you the game. Run 1 of those. I run 2 Trumpets, purely to give my leader double strike as well as dual attack, which is fun, especially if your opponent's not expecting it. So there's 2 of those in that. Then we have the shoe super combos, just standard yellow super combos. And into the extra cards, I run 3 Lux Wave Generator. So this comes out for 1 yellow energy. When I play this card, I look at the top, is it the top 5 I think? Yeah, I look at the top 5 of my deck, choose a baby card from among them, add it to my hand. So if I choose a baby card, I get to reactivate a yellow energy. So it's effectively a free searcher, which is brilliant. I used to run 2, didn't see it enough, so I've upped it to 3 and it seems to perform much better now. And finally, I just run 3 Time Magics, which you probably will have all seen before. It's just a standard yellow negate. And that is the deck, guys. So hopefully you enjoyed it, hopefully you could see everything well enough, and I'll catch you again next time. Please subscribe, like and share and do all the YouTube things. Thanks for watching.